morning to you all. This is me, T.M. Manjunath, Assistant Teacher, SAKHS Bada. I welcome you all for online class or YouTube class. Dear children, in my previous class I have introduced one of the beautiful poem, that is A Girl Called Golden. Is it right? Today I am going to introduce one of the best poem, that is called The Wonderful World. This wonderful words is written by Mary Ho. So Mary O'Neill was born on 1879 and he was died on 1967. He was an Irish poet. Irish means a person who have a citizen of Ireland. So he is called Irish. Here he was an Irish poet and a dramatist and a friend and a colleague of W.B. Yeats. W.B. Yeats is one of the greatest Indian English writer, and he was have one more friendship with Roselle Austin Clarke. Mary Devonport was born in Lafaria. It is in Ireland. As I told, he was an Irish poet. County Galway, it is in Ireland. She was the pupil of teaching at Metropolitan College at she was a pupil of Dominican Convent in Eccles Street, Dublin. She studied teaching at Metropolitan College Arts. It is now present day National College of Art, Dublin, from 1889 to 1902. She published 3 verse plays, that is, a Bluebeard, Cain, and Out of Darkness. So her collection, Prometheus and Other Poems. It was the first collection of poetry published by the Irish poet. Besides Yeats, which could be considered the modernist, and she was one of the small number of known as early 20th century Irish modernist women poets. Okay, dear children. So, as I written W.B. Yeats, it is a full name that is called William Butler Yeats. So, William Butler Yeats was considered a modern English poet. As I told, which could be considered modernist. She is one of the small number of known of early 20th century. She was a modern woman poet. So, Mary O'Neill, she was the greatest poetess, especially in the modern poetess. She was known for 20th century Irish modernist women poets. So, as I told, this woman Butler Yeats was her friend. Understand? So, she had a friendship with this W.B. Yeats. W.B. Yeats is a famous English poet. He lived in a modern area or modern era like this. Anyway, come to the poem. So, what is this poem deals? You just see some words I am going to introduce. Some phrases are in the box. Astonished, thanking someone, requesting for help, being happy, feel nervous, apologizing to someone, helping a blind person across the road. So these are the words I am used here. Suppose you have been in a strange place where the people use a language which is different from yours. So that is new to you. How will you communicate with them? That is the situation. So it's very difficult. Now I am saying you, can you imagine, dear children, without a language, we can't movement without a movement. When we do not know a language, we can't able to approach, we can't able to have a day-to-day life for the moment. What is called language? It's a very important concept to be discussed here. What is language? What is language? Language is a medium or a media which can help to communicate with one person to another person. Do you understand? As I told, we can't imagine that, or we face a very difficult without a language. Without a language, how can we have a communication with others? Even though we are facing problem, many of the North Indian who are coming to our area or the village to selling something, dresses, pant pieces, shirt pieces or something, but they do not understand our regional language like Kannada. At the same time, we are not understanding their Hindi language. So, when one cannot understand another's language, it's very difficult to manage the situation. So that language is very important. So, language can help us to settle the disputes. Language can help us to transact our day-to-day life very much. So, a businessman can have a good language, he can sell his things very easily. And in Kannada, there is a saying that, so, ಭಾಷೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ನಾಡನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಸುತ್ತಬಹುದು. So during that, one can know a language in his journey or in his duration of his journey, he can reach his destination or he can move anywhere. So anyhow, the words that we speak, it reflects our inner strength and one's personality. It's very important thing. The thing, whatever I have written, you just note down. Yes, the words that we speak it reflects our inner strength and one's personality. Look at this board. split out the words, or we can call it what we can speak, that can reflect our inner strength of and one's own personality. Whatever we are speaking, whatever we are spitting out the words, that can direct, that can be shown of one's inner strength. So there are two types of the strength we can understand. One, outlook, how I look, having a muzzle, looking smart, having height, so having fat. So this is called outlook. But there is some thing which can be called inner strength. How our mentality is there, how we thinking of something, how we can have a knowledge of something that can be present, that can be shown, that can be understand when we using the words. For example, when you can understand, there are two persons who are talking each other, they are discussing something. You just observe, you just hear those words. So a person who are using so soft, so refined, so attractive, so describing words that person are using with other, we come to know is personality. When a person can use good language, it shows his personality. When another person can use vulgar language, a bad words, the bad sentences he is using, it shows that his inner strength is not so good. So that whatever the word we are using, it's very important thing. So let's the thing I am going to say here. Okay. This way, when we are speaking with others, when we are conversating with others, when we are talking with particular person, when we are talking about the particular person, when we are talking about particular event or the incident or anything that can reflect our own strength and our own personality. You left your richness, you left your social status, you left the whatever you had property, it's not important. When you are speaking out, when you are talking, that is the very important. So, dear children, you have to be careful, you have to be used, refined, so nice, so wonderful, very attractive words and kind words you have to use when you are talking with others. That can improve your personality as well as your strength. Let's see. Here is a poem which can help you to know how our wonderful words can help our personality. Let's see. Just you listen to me by closing a textbook, then I am going to explain this poem so nicely. Never let a thought strive on and die for want of a way to say it. For English is a wonderful game, and fall off you can play it. All that you do is match with words to this brightest thoughts in your head, so that they come out clear and true and handsomely groomed and fed for many of the loveliest things. Have never yet been said, the words are food and dress for the thought. They give its body and a swing, and everyone longing today to hear some fresh and beautiful things, but only words can free a thought from its prison beyond your eyes. Maybe your mind is holding now a marvelous new surprise. Okay, dear children, let's open your textbook and see once again. Never let a thought shrivel and die for want of a way to say it. For English is a wonderful game and all of you can play it. In this poem, the poet has explaining the words. The words of which language? The words of English language. So, never let a one thought, it never shine, it never shrivel, it never dies for want of the way to say it. When you want to say something, it never dies, it never shrivels. Let your thought can be open when you can speak out. Understand what you are speaking. For example, I come to you. What I am writing, do you understand? So my mind can direct me to write the English. Hello, TMM sir, write English on the board and write the wonderful of the words. Who told me? Who told me to write on the board? My mind. My mind direct me to do the things. Understand? So what my mind to do the action, I can act. Understand? So what a thought which are there in our mind, it can be opened. It can be comes out through our words. Do you understand? Same thing. In Kannada, I have to clear that. ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸು ನನಗೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, ಮೈಂಡ್ ನೀವು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಂತ ಬರೀರಿ. ನನ್ನ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೋ ಹಾಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಕೈ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಚಿಂತನೆಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ ಅವುಗಳು ಹೊರ ಪ್ರಪಂಚಕ್ಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದು ಹೇಗೆ? ವೆನ್ ಐ ಸ್ಪೋಕ್ ಔಟ್, ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡಿದಾಗ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದ words which are in our mind, whatever the ideas which are in our mind, it can be helpful to know others. So that the thought can't be shrivel, the thought can't be a die, but what the way, the want of way that can be said. English is a wonderful game. Here the poetess Mary O'Neill, she explained that English is a wonderful game. She is saying that English is a game. And she continues, all of you can play it. We can play the game of cricket. We can play the game of hockey. We can play the game like volleyball and other things in the field. Here the poetess, I think she was the first poetess has said that a language of English is a wonderful game. She was explaining here. As of course, and she allows us and she inspires us to play the game of English. It means that how to play the game? By using these words wonderfully, by presenting these words so perfectually, so we can play the game that is that English. So in the first para, the poetess has been explained so nicely how we can play the English as a game. And it is very simple poem. And she continues, all that you do is the match of the words. Okay, anyway, you have a rules and procedures of playing cricket. One should be have a bat, another can be ball, and behind the batsman there is a wall, that is called wicket keeper. Remaining are all, they are waiting for the connecting the balls or catching the balls. They were called fielders. And you know the procedure. The bowler can bowl towards the batsman The batsman can connect the bat with the ball and he can hit, the ball can move around the field. Then he can get the run. You know the procedure, how to play the game of cricket. Do you know how to play the game of English? Yes, it can be played how? Do matching the words. Do matching the words. So, when one language can be called a very good language, when the person can use the words with correct manner. For example, it's commonly you have this sentence in your from beginning first standard. You just see the word sentence. Rama is went along with Sita and Lakshman to forest. You know the a line. It is in Ramayana's incident. Rama is went along with. So whatever I has written, Rama is went along with Sita and Lakshmana to forest. So here it's a language game. When I am matching the words, Rama is went. So after noun or pronoun, then the verb, the helping verb, the main verb, supporting verb, connectivities, noun, again conjunction, again noun, again preposition, then the noun. So these are the words I have matched. So the game of language completed. So how, as I told, cricket playing rules is there. Same way here is the rules. It is easily matching the words. Understand? To the brightest thoughts in your head, whatever the brightest thoughts which are there in your head, so that they came out and clear and handsomely, you groomed and fed for many of loveliest things have never yet been said. Here the poet is said how you can play the game of English by matching the words. So whatever the brightest. So the brightest words which are in your head, these can be comes true and clear. And you handsomely, handsome means look so perfect. So you are perfectly groomed. Groomed means clean up, brushed and fed for many of the loveliest things. You can be use this have never been said. And continue in the last para, third para. Words are the food and dress of the thought. So you just understand the thought. It is a past tense of your think, thought. Whatever the thought in your mind, these are the words. It is a food and a dress. How one can be look so handsome by wearing a dress. He looks smart. She looks beautifully. Same way, the words can be have a dress of the thought. Whatever the thought you have in your mind, it can be called having words of the dress. And food for the thought. When you have a good food, you will be think so differently like this. And they give its body and swing. It can give the shape of body structure, that whatever you have a mind, so that body and the structure is to be helped by having the words in your mind, and it can swing. Swing means it is a words it give somebody and it can swing in your thought. So whatever the thought in your mind, it can be called as a swinging, no, like this. And everyone longing today to hear some fresh and beautiful things. So everyone, they want to hear a beautiful things. So at the moment we have to use a good language and the good words like. Okay, here in Kannada there is a word. Manasthanaga itkobeda, yenitru helbidu anta. Do you understand? So here, whatever that things or the ideas in your mind, that only when your mind and your thought can be freed, when you use the words and when you spoke out from its vision. When your mind and when you thought things which your mind, it is like a prison. Prison means jail. So how one person in the prison, he never goes out. So when you kept the words in your mind, it looked like a person in the jail. When you spoke out, when you speak out, when you use this word, you will be free like this. And maybe from its prison behind your eyes, maybe your mind is holding now a marvelous and new surprise. Your mind can be hold the language. Your thought can hold the language. So, dear children, you try to use wonderful words in your language that can help to express your ideas and your thoughts with others. So, this way, I am going to stop here for today, and I meet you in my next class. Thank you.